Hello, my name's Pip and I'm a speech and language therapist, and I'm going to share with you how we can use different types of questions, particularly those that use alternatives, to help develop our children's language. So there are lots of different types of questions we use when we're talking to our children. There are closed questions, and these ones are generally questions that require a yes or a no answer, so such as, do you want a drink? These are really good questions for you to use when you're talking to your child to clarify that you've understood what they've said, but they don't give your child much opportunity to say new words because the only choices are yes and no. So the next type of question is open questions. Now we use these a lot with children, things like what do you want to do or what would you like to drink? Now there are lots and lots of different alternatives for answers for that for the child. Now for some children that's really good because it gives them an opportunity to use the words that they've got. But if they're struggling to find the word, it's really hard to answer that question. So the type of questions that we like to use a lot as speech and language therapists to bridge that gap is questions where there are alternatives. So for example, when you're playing with your child, you could use the choice, do you want to play with the bubbles or the car? So this way you're giving your child the word and you're also showing them the toy, so they help them to understand bubbles, a car, and then you give the child the toy that they have chosen. Now they might not use the words to start with, they might look or they might point or they might reach. Any one of those that they've communicated to you that they want that choice is absolutely fine. It's really important that you remember, if you can, that to offer their favourite thing second, because that way they'll look at both choices. So if banana is their favourite thing, when you're offering them a snack, you say, would you like orange or banana? And again, wait for them to look at whichever choice they want, or reach, or maybe say the word, or maybe say something that sounds like the word, such as nana. All of those are fine, and then you would give them the choice that they want. So we can start off by using the real objects, and as I've shown you, we've done a little bit with toys and we've done a little bit with snack time. We can also do it when we're doing some play with our children. So for example, if we were doing a little bit of doll or teddy play, so here's my koala and we're playing with the koala, and it's now lunchtime for koala, so we could say, would you like to give koala something to eat or something to drink? So again, you're using the real objects, but you're doing it during play, and so that then your child looks at the cup and you say, oh look, let's give koala a drink. Good. And so you can, lots of different ways that you can use choices or alternative questions to help develop your child's language. Now sometimes you won't always have the real objects to hand, so there are other ways that you can do it. So it may be that you can use pictures. Now these are a little bit harder as well because they're just 2D, so it might be that you've got your cars or your pop-up people, and again you can offer them to the children, cars, pop-up people, and whichever one they look at. So they've looked at the pop-up people, so that you can then give them the pop-up person. Don't worry if you haven't got the photos or you haven't got access to the internet, that's absolutely fine, because the other thing that's really easy to do, and this is something that I do at breakfast time for breakfast cereals, is I've just cut out a piece of the cardboard box that the breakfast cereal comes in, and you can say, okay, do you want Weetabix or shredded wheat? And you can cut that off the boxes of toys and things like that. So it doesn't have to be very technical. You could just use pieces of cardboard and pictures of toys. So that's another thing that we can do. So you can use the real objects, you can use pictures, photos, or and the other thing that we can do, the last thing, is we could do some Makaton signing, for example. So for example, if we wanted to, we were doing the doll play again. So here's my koala. So I've got my bear and we're playing with our lovely bear. Okay, now we're going to, it's food time for Bear, and we're going to say, okay, do you think Bear would like something to eat? Or maybe our bear would like something to drink. And so your child has got the real objects and they've got eat and drink. They've got the sign and they can choose, and anything that they do to show you which one they want to do. So now Teddy Bear's a little bit hungry, so he's going to have something to eat. Okay, so Teddy Bear's eating. So we've got Teddy eating and we've given them the choice. And this way, each time that you're talking with your child and you're giving them the questions, you're giving them the word or the possible choices of words that they would like to hear and that you would like them to learn to use. And that's a really good way of helping children to learn new words all the time when they're playing and snack time. And I hope that you found that useful.